wants a party.
wants to be celebrated.
Oh.
Yeah, he wants to be celebrated. But you're getting better at this because last year
I remember.
I bought Al a gift, and he was like, "Yeah, it's my birthday, but like I don't want anybody talking about it. I don't want any big gifts or." And I was like, "Happy birthday!"
It's true.
I love you guys so much.
We love
Thank
you so much.
Thanks.
It's a privilege that you're here.
Wow.
We're very happy that you're here. Welcome. Okay, folks. Did anyone see anything on the news yesterday? It was so boring.
My.
Nothing, huh? All right, debate day. It came and it went, and today both candidates, President Biden and former President Trump, are being criticized. But there's one thing both seem to agree on, and that is President Biden's fumbling performance. It seemed to really reinforce a fear in a lot of people they have about him that he's just too old to be president. Watch.
We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our health care system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Oh, Miss South Carolina's happy.
That fumbling question? Okay. So that answer came just 12 minutes into the debate. I was already in my bathtub in the dark. There was no water. There was no water in the bathtub. It was just me and my fear. And Trump seemed to give him a pass. But it wasn't just that one time that Biden seemed to just get confused. Take a look.
That's not the right way to go. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Okay. So today, a lot of Democrats like me are panicking. They're hitting the panic button, okay? And they're talking openly. This is true. This is about high campaign operatives. They are now talking openly about replacing Biden on the ticket, all kidding aside. So DBL Nation, let's start voting, getting those fingers ready to vote. We always want to hear from you. Should President Biden step down? We want to go to dblvote.com to weigh in. I've said from the jump, this was such a bad idea.
You know what my first thought was?
What?
Tori was right.
I got a lot of texts.
Yeah, because I really thought that Tori was. Yeah, I thought that you were overstating it a bit. But you know, I was like, what is he going to do? Fall on his face and stammer through the entire thing? And yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that you can come back from, because are you going to double down and try and do another debate?
Right.
Because if you have another one of those, it's when that shot was playing, Erica just had her eyes closed, because I feel like you had to go to another place, because it's bigger than like who you vote for. There's a part of our humanity that doesn't want to see somebody be exposed like that. It was sad. And we are a country like all the others, and we want to see strong leadership. And even though I don't disagree with a lot of his policies, you know, appearances matter. There's a reason Ronald Reagan was popular. There's a reason that JFK was popular. They were good looking. Obama looked strong and young and vigorous. And when you don't, you look like that, and it doesn't matter what your policies are. When they think that you're weak, Al Gore, Michael Dukakis, it doesn't matter what your record is. It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Erica, and then I'll chime in.
This is a matter of national security.
Yeah.
And whoever came up with this idea for this debate to happen needs to be fired.
I
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
The lack of just awareness of having your finger or the temperature on, or your finger on the temperature of the nation. A TikToker could have come into office and said, or come into an office and said, hey, this is a really bad idea. You said it was a bad idea. Most of us said it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And it's not even to protect Biden,
right?
Because you have two candidates. Biden is running out of duty.
Right.
Trump is running out of narcissism. There are reasons why.
Self-preservation.
Right. There are reasons why these men are on the stage. The reasons why there's no one else to have stepped into these positions is what we really need to be having a conversation about. Because I woke up this morning thinking, seems a little ironic to me that we're being tasked with the ability to articulate eloquently what we saw from our, quote, best and brightest leaders.
Right.
You know who else is watching this? Countries that are our adversaries.
Putin.
Yeah.
What is that? What does that even look like?
Yeah.
So if anyone who woke up and said, this person won, or at least it was this, no.
Yeah, to Erica's point, the American people lost last night.
Yeah.
We lost, I mean, both of them. I mean, obviously, Biden appears senile. And it is sad, but it's also, to Erica's point, this is a national security risk, and he needs to step down. And shame on the DNC for only putting him forth, knowing what they know.
We saw Dianne Feinstein do the same thing.
Right.
She died in her chair,
Right.
Sam. She died in her chair.
So there's other possibilities out there. Also, on Trump's end, listen, both of them had lies last night. I'm also going to go after the moderators last night. Those moderators did not hold either of their feet to the fire. They did not push back, and they did not fact check in real time. You can fact check in real time. There can be a team of people in the back. If they themselves, those two moderators, don't know, there are fact checkers that communicate in our ears, okay? We got earpieces right here. We do it here on this show.
But so could have Biden, right? These were softball problems. A 9th-month abortion, you push back. That is your winning issue, abortion.
He did, but it got mumbled.
Right, and he went into immigration. He had one job, guys, one job. Prove to us that you are not too old. And he didn't pass the test. He just didn't pass the test.
So what do you think that should happen, given that you live and breathe politics?
Right. At this point, the DNC is now getting together. And at the convention, which is in August, they could put a different person on the ticket. That's what they're discussing right now. Ron Klain, people like that. The Obama people are discussing this. Now, it's really up to Joe. Joe himself has to rewatch. I watched Michael Steele last night, and he said, put that sucker on, sit him down and watch it and say, you gotta not be here.
Yeah.
He's gotta be told.
Right.
And at some point, the Democratic Party's gotta make a decision.
I think it's got to be Jill Biden. I think she's got to tell him.
I think she looked real nervous last night.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the poll was. Should President Biden step down? 73% of you say yes. 27% of you say no. There is time, guys, for this to bounce back, but I'm just not sure we have the right candidate up there. Coming up on DBL. We're continuing to talk about the debate and how celebrities are reacting. Did last night change Hollywood's mind about who they're voting for? Plus, we're chatting with Emma Roberts all about her new movie, Space Cadet. Welcome back to DBL. So Hollywood is reacting to last night's debate. Barbara Streisand is defending President Biden, posting, "Debates are not governing. They are about televised theatrics. Biden is accomplished at governing. He is experienced and has accomplished a great deal." Fellow singer Bette Midler wrote, "Biden, his voice weakened by a cold, answered the question softly, but still, I leaned in and I heard him fine." Okay. Actress Nia Long summed up what a lot of people are thinking, posting, quote, "This debate is deplorable." Meantime, Jon Stewart went live last night with his reaction. Take a look.
Let me just say, after watching tonight's debate, both of these men should be using performance-enhancing drugs. I'm sorry.
Both, okay?
Can he run for president?
We've always asked. His wife won't let him. So it seems like a lot of folks in Hollywood are sticking by President Biden, at least for now. But should they? And may I say, should the DNC, I guess, as well. But what do you guys think about Hollywood sticking around for Biden?
I don't like blind politics, period.
Agreed.
It's like if you like someone's policy,
Agreed.
say it. If you like someone as a presidential figure, say it. But don't be so stuck to a party, because then you're abandoning the constituents and the American reputation, right?
Absolutely. And your own.
Yeah, let's think about what's right for the country.
Right. And also, I got to be honest, Jen Psaki, press secretary for Biden herself, was like, "Don't lie. We knew it was bad.
Yeah.
Take the air out of it by at least saying it's bad. It was bad.
We deserve better."
Kamala Harris said it didn't start well.
I mean, that was the first time I've ever heard Dems even attempt to take a shot at their own party. But, you know, Sam, you're saying don't be beholden to one party. But I will say this about the Republican Party. They're pretty steadfast. Whether they walk the walk, they're always like, we are the party of anti-abortion. We are the party
military.
of military, cops, Christianity, fill in the blanks. And they stay the course.
They do.
If their candidate, who's a Christian pastor, gets caught on Snapchat with an intern, they're like, "I ain't seen nothing, bruh." Mm-hmm. And it works.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
It's true.
Yeah, you're right. And honestly, that's why they all their candidates are kind of from the same mold, and they have a pretty uniform backing. And I don't think the Dems, because of the big tent and Democrats think differently and look differently, I think that's a major weakness.
I totally agree. But in terms of like towing the party line, which is really kind of what we're talking about.
Yes.
My issue goes back to the idea of towing the American party line.
Yes.
Like, I just can't get over that this was even allowed
That's what
to
I'm
happen.
saying. Why did they do this?
Who is the real life Olivia Pope? Because we need her.
Now, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? There is a theory that they did this so early enough that the public could see what they saw. That this man wasn't ready.
Who did this?
The people behind Biden, and that they wanted
basically
they set him up. They left him to drown. So
I
that
have
we
an
could
issue
see.
with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we all
That's
do.
how I feel.
That's the theory.
It's more than a theory. It's glaringly obvious that Biden is sleeping with the ops. The call is coming from inside
the house.
Wow.
But the problem is, on top of all of it, is it's not just affecting Biden. Did anyone think about the American public who the other candidate is not an option for? I mean, I'm not saying to hide things, although everybody's doing it.
Yeah, that's politics.
But it seems less than strategic.
Yeah.
Like, this
amazing.
is insane
It felt
to
like a
me.
setup to me at that
This
point.
is insane to me.
Yeah, I didn't understand who set it up, who did it, but at some point.
Our viewers are blaming cold medicine. He had a cold.
You know what, though? The cold medicine. Don't go there. It wasn't NyQuil. We'll be right back. It wasn't.
Punch it, Flamingo.
Is this thing hard to land or what?
Welcome back. That was a clip from the new film Space Cadet. It features Emma Roberts, who lies on her resume to become an astronaut. Earlier, we spoke with her. Take a look.
We love her. Please welcome to DBL, Emma Roberts.
Hello. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you.
Good
Great
to see
you as well. All right, Emma, I got to ask you this. In Space Cadet, you were learning how to be an astronaut. How much actual training did you go through for this movie? Can you walk on the moon? Are you now in NASA?
Well, I will say my biggest dream as a kid was to go to space camp, and I never got to go. So the 12-year-old in me that wanted to go to space camp is freaking out.
She's living her best life. That's awesome.
She is so proud.
That's awesome.
You should call Lance Bass. He still wants to do that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, remember he famously wanted to do all that stuff. But,
Cool.
but anyways, your character Tiffany gets into NASA by simply faking stuff on her resume. I know someone like that.
All right, there
But
you.
before you got famous, we always joke around. So she got offended by that. But before you got famous, I remember being in LA trying to be an actor, and you had to click all those things. How good are you at juggling? Expert, expert, expert. Did you ever tweak your resume and tell some white lies on there?
I mean, my advice to anyone that is auditioning or wants to be an actor, I'm like, if they ask if you speak French, say yes, learn. If they ask if you can ride a horse, just say yes and learn.
Yep.
You can learn anything if you need to.
Yep.
And so I'm all about that. I think
be honest,
it's also a fun way to pick up new hobbies.
You can't learn everything because I auditioned for a Pink video and they're like, could you ride a motorbike? And I was like, I sure can. And I got the call back and I was like, I don't know how to ride a motorbike. And they're like, dude, get out of here.
Well, you needed to go learn. You at least have to have a friend
Not
that has the skill
overnight.
to teach you.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, this is about you.
Yes, I remember the Pink video where the one motorbike just went off the side.
That was you, Jack. Oh, boy.
All right, well, I mean, I'm almost scared to ask this question because it's going to ignite a conversation on the panel. But when it comes to space, do you think that we are alone, or do you think they're aliens? Because everybody here's got their own camp.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I will say, if we are alone here, I'm scared. If it's just us, I'm scared.
It would be weird. It would be weird.
Look, I'm open. I'm open to it. I watch all the shows. I watch all the alien shows, alien movies. I'm obsessed. But, you know, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
I think they're among us.
Yeah, you do.
Or I think if they're not among us, Emma, I think they're really highly intelligent, empathetic creatures, and maybe they'll bestow some peace.
Way to take a stand there. They're either among us or not. That's why you come to this show, Emma, because we draw a line.
You know what? I'm open. I'm a believer.
Me too.
And I think it's important to be that way in all areas of life.
Exactly.
See?
Al. Okay, so this movie
alien.
is about following your dreams, which I love, even when life sends you on a different path. Has acting always been your dream, or did you want to be something different when you were little?
You know, I always wanted to be an actress, and I feel so blessed that I started when I was 8 years old, and now I'm 33, and I'm still getting to do things that I love. So I'm so happy. There was a moment in time where I wanted to be a lawyer, but that was just because I saw the movie Legally Blonde, and I realized I just wanted to play a lawyer. So my acting dream stayed. I don't think I played a lawyer yet, though. So maybe that's coming next.
Tori plays a lawyer on our panel.
Objection! Irrelevant.
All right, order in the court.
Thank you.
So you've become a meme online several times. Which one is your favorite that you've actually seen?
I mean, it's just so funny. My sister is 23, and she always keeps me in the loop in the meme world. And, the one on the beach where I stick out my tongue to Lana Del Rey is my favorite, just because it was such a fluke. Like, I had no idea that would turn into what it did, and my sister still makes fun of me about it to this day.
Emma, thank you so much. DBL Nation, do not miss Space Cadet July 4th on Prime Video. Thank you again. Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's so nice to chat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. Do you spend time in nature, Al?
I do.
You do?
No.
Okay, according to experts, it turns out that being outside can reduce chronic inflammation like heart disease and diabetes. Do you notice a difference when your body is outside? In Japan, they call it Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. The energy and the ions, you've always talked about this.
This is what
Lower.
saves me from depression.
Yeah.
So I'm also on medication, but.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Pharma and nature.
However, when I'm really feeling low and dark, I go outside barefoot and I ground. Grounding's a real thing. Google it. There's a lot of scientific data that supports it.
There's data, Al.
And I also will take a leaf and I will study the leaf and I'll look at the veins of the leaf and then I'll look at the veins of my hand, and just it makes me realize how small I am. And
basically the plot to Avatar.
There's more. I'm not done. And also when I pick up that leaf, I think about its life cycle.
Oh my goodness.
And how a tree. Oh, I got to wrap.
That was all the viewers channeling that into our booth.
Okay, nature isn't the only way to help inflammation. Another thing, joint pain, that can help joint pain is Omega XL. It's a powerful joint support that's helped millions of consumers. It's backed by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. So call 1-800-814-6985 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. We also want to say a big shout out to, one more time, Al Jackson's birthday is tomorrow.
Look at you,
Gorgeous man.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
I already got my gift. It was Sam's leaf story stopping. After that, what does a man need? Healthy kids.
I love it. The
Yes.
booth is laughing.
Love you guys.
Oh, that's lovely. We love you, Al. We'll see you all same time, same place Monday. Be good to yourselves this weekend. And if you can, wish Al a very special happy birthday.
Oh.
Sexy man.